Hi, Josh here. So today there's going to be a solar eclipse sweeping across America, and even where I live in Toronto, there's going to be about 70% sun coverage. So I wanted to observe the eclipse. So last night I built a pinhole camera, and I'm going to explain to you how to build this. I've seen some designs on the internet that are a little cringy because they're just horrible designs, and they don't really explain, none of them explain how the pinhole camera, how you go about designing a pinhole camera, what features you want, and how to get the best image quality and so on. So I'm going to explain that in this video really quickly. Turns out this isn't the best camera. I mean, it gives a really good image quality. The problem is that the image is too small. I'm actually going to build a better version of this with a longer tube, but I just didn't have enough time to do that and make a video that's going to be a little bit more complicated. But I'll talk about my improved design and just what I'm going to do or what I hope to accomplish. But anyway, just really quick, pinhole camera is super simple. So on one side you have a viewing lens, or a viewing screen. So the image gets projected onto here, yeah, I mean, it's just some wax paper that I taped on. There's no holes or anything in the box. I make sure it's all sealed off. And on the back here, I cut a little hole. There's a little rectangular hole in the bottom of the box. And I taped on some uh, aluminum foil. And you can see right there, there's a tiny little aperture. And when you're poking these things, when you build a camera like this for the first time, you look at this little thing and you think that there's no way that this is going to work. How can any light get through there? But light does get through there, and it actually works quite well. So you can actually see a projection of a light source on the screen. And here are a couple of photos I took last night showing some light bulbs. I just remembered I'm actually sitting right in front of a lamp, so I could show you. Hang on. So you can see right there. Now it's a little it's bright in here, so it's hard to see on the screen. But you can see that the light bulb, the actual light bulb, is being projected onto there. It's a fluorescent light bulb. Oops, I lost it. There it is. So that's kind of cool. That you can see all the coils of the light bulb. And if this were an analogy for the sun, like this is the sun, right? So that's like getting blinded, and then this is the projection where you can actually see the thing without going blind. So I'll give you a few hints. Look, so the reason I use aluminum here is because it's a very thin material, and when you poke a hole in the back of your aluminum, it's not going to create like shards that will create like weird refractions and obfuscate the projection that gets shown on the screen. Otherwise, the box has to be completely sealed, so no light gets in. I guess light can get in on this side, but I mean, it will just add noise to your image. It'll be harder to see. The smaller the hole, the higher the image quality. But the bigger the hole, the brighter the image. So with a hole this small, you can't really see anything. Like you can't see me, you can't see my face if I hold it up because the hole is just way too small to project an image onto my face. There's not enough light that's getting in through that tiny little aperture. Now when you're looking at the sun, it's okay. But again, if you wanted to have a brighter image, I guess if you actually wanted to see my face, you would need a much larger hole than that, so that more light could get in. And it would also help if the rest of the room was a little darker, except for my face. What about image size? Well, it turns out that the image that gets projected onto the screen depends on the length of the tube. And this is a really short tube, so you get a really small image. It worked well for the light bulbs when I was really close up, but it turns out that when you're looking at the sun is so far away that you only get about 1 centimeter of image for every meter of tube as a rule. So the longer the tube, the bigger the image, but you have to also consider that it's going to make the image less bright, which isn't a problem for the sun. So I would go for as long of a tube as you possibly can get. You know, like even this roll is about the same length as the box. It's a little bit longer actually, so it would have been better if I had an empty roll like this. And on one side I put an aluminum foil with an aperture, and on the other side I put some wax paper and just tape it on. And that would actually be like equivalent. And then I would observe. I would aim this at the sun, not looking directly at the sun, but the image of the sun would just be projected on the wax paper. And that would actually probably be better than that design. But I'm actually going to do something a little different. So I have these little camera modules that I bought, and I have Raspberry Pi. I think this is the Model 2B. But so I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna attempt to set this up. It's probably with like a 1 meter tube or something. But I'm gonna put the camera right in front of the projection screen so that it can get an up close image of the projection, and then I can digitally enhance that and project that onto a monitor. And then I'll take some pictures of that. And if you follow me on Twitter, I'll upload those images if I'm successful in building the design, which I have to run out right now and buy all the materials. But anyway, I just wanted to post this video. I'm not going to talk about the complex design too much because nobody will have time to build it if they're searching for this video. So anyway, I'm going to upload this. Yeah, good luck observing the eclipse, and have fun.